guess what today is? Today is arm day. Oh, that's right. What are we gonna do today? Arm day. Arm day. Arm day. Oh, that's right. It's arm day. So, we've gone through, done some basic little warm-ups, just going through and still doing some warm-ups. Figure to take you guys through the ride of things. So, oh, that's right. That's my ride of things.
Is that what that was?
I guess so. But just going through, get some blood pumped in them biceps, get things a moving. And don't forget, when you're doing your warm-ups, that's what they are. Warm-ups. You don't have to have a number on these. This is just to, that's right, warm up. So, just going through, feeling the blood pumping, burning a little bit, getting a little blood flowing in there. Bump up to your next sets. Don't think that even so in the beginning that you gotta instantly go to failure. A lot of guys will do that, or a lot of people will do that, where it's just, you burn yourself out before you actually get to your heavy, hard working sets. So, don't do that to yourselves. Warm up, save a little in the tank. No big deal. Here, get some weight throw over there. Oh, more 25s. Oh, with magic. There we go. You're quiet today.
Yeah.
Are you quiet because people are watching?
No. I'm not even on camera. I'm good.
Afraid to be on camera. Oh, it's the camera. All right. So again, bounce that shit back up. So you can jump up from those 5-pounders. Mmm. You look like you're making that yummy sound.
No, my forearm is bothering me, so I just went with the 5s on the bar. So I'm doing light. And however much the bar weighs.
That one, I thought we weighed it and it was something goofy like 13 pounds or some shit.
Oh.
It's either that one.
I know it's
that
not
one.
extremely heavy.
Because one's 15 and one's 13. That one's probably, it's either 13 or 15. I can't remember. We got that from like Dick's Sporting Goods or something like that. Top quality.
Oh, we did, because we wanted the 1-inch weights, because it was cheaper to buy it with the bar.
That is the longest half-tooth thread. I mean, you guys can't see it, but it's literally that long of like the self-locking threads. Holy crap. Tell you what, you get one hell of a frickin' forearm workout. Just,
there's not much weight.
the door's locked, I can't open the door, the fucking door's locked,
We're good.
Yeah. Don't you want to jump to this?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. And like I was saying, arm day. It's the most egotistical day of all. I mean, if you think about it, for the reason why most people, I'll just say guys, for the reason why most guys start lifting is just, I want the sleeves on my shirt to be tight, What is the first thing that you notice when somebody's actually, like, you can tell they work out? First thing that you always know is arms. It's always, oh, he's got set up forearms, or, looks like they got a little bit of bicep, and then you start looking at shoulders and chest, and you know what I mean? But, I mean, I look at the whole package, but, but that was always, in middle school and high school and all that, it was always, that guy's got big arms, means he's tough, It's like, no. But this is where, everybody, that I knew of growing up in high school that lifted was like, they did arms every day. You know, I'm gonna make them big, I'm gonna make them swole, I'm gonna, you know, it's like, I'm gonna do arms every day.
First question William asked, when can I lift?
Yeah.
They told him not for a week.
Yeah. Well.
So I was laughing.
The boy ended up getting his wisdom teeth taken out yesterday. So all 4 of them taken out. Whew. I'm sure I'm not the only one who remembers that shitty pain right there, but oh yeah.
He's on no pain meds.
Nope.
He didn't want them.
Well, like you were saying, first question, when I come downstairs and when can I start lifting?
They told him a week.
And I'm always happy to hear that. I mean, how can you not be happy to hear that, where it's like, good, he's got the bug, you know, he wants to go after his state records and all that stuff. He ended up just nailing a double at 455 on his deadlift, so, and he hasn't really even been trying. He's knocking on that 400 door for squats. He's getting close, he's in the neighborhood of 275 on his bench and all that for 16. I mean, yes, there's other kids out there that are bigger, stronger and all that, but hey, I'm gonna be a proud papa, you know, 16, 170 pounds, almost a 275 pound bench, almost a 400 pound squat. And if he's doing doubles at 455, he's, you know, on top of my head, I'd be like, you should be able to do like 470, 475, but it's the back there and all that, but you're able to do doubles and all that, and that's awesome. I know grown men that can't even do any of what he's doing, so he's addicted. He is definitely addicted, and I'm happy to see that.
He could have worse hobbies.
Mm-hmm. But just seeing you know, the next generation, you know, coming through and loving to lift, it's a beautiful thing.
The nurses loved his forearms yesterday. They go, "Ooh, IV will be easy on you."
Oh God, yeah, nice and veiny.
He said he was squeezing the ball too tight when they were trying to find the veins. So he didn't even bruise from that either.
Okay.
He's doing good.
Now that we're starting to sink into a little bit heavier weight, hey man, why aren't you going until failure? Well, again, when we're going hefty, oh, I think I'll grab another 10. When we're going hefty, I'm just behind you. Ooh, freaking out the people. Ooh. Booga booga. There we go. But on something like this, where you're going heavy, like I said, when are you at your strongest? It's always in the beginning, right? Right. So, work your way up to what's gonna be your hefty amount of weight. And at that point, then start to really, you know, turn the screws on reps and all that stuff. But if you're going hefty, I would say that you do not need to be sitting there busting out 8 reps, 10 reps and all that. If you're going heavy and we're trying to rip and tear the muscle and, you know, the stretch marks in the balloon so we can inflate the balloon and all that, well, try to keep it in that 4-6 range, maybe even some good hard triples if you're feeling good. I mean, if it's just a great day and everything's feeling awesome and you just feel real strong, then go for those triples. You know, go for a big single if you want to just see what you can curl. But the point is, keep this heavy. You know, keep the reps down. I mean, if you start throwing a little bit of cheat into it, and that's what this is a cheat and curl. This isn't I'm right here. No, you can throw a little bit of weight to it. I mean, when you're basically taking another human body and holding it out here, you're gonna go forward a little bit. I don't care who you are, because this is what, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40. This is like 150, 155. So at that point, you know, it's hold 150 plus out here. Your body's gonna want to tip forward. So as long as you're not, you know, throwing your frickin' back out, you can do a little bit of cheating. Hence why I call it the cheat curl. All right. After going through and doing all your cheats and getting through all the cheat curl stuff and really feeling that you're gritting into it a little bit, you know, this prepares it for if you were going to do strict press competitions, things like that. This helps you, big time helps you, getting the cheat curls in. And I know because of the records that are on the wall behind you guys, this helps. A sit down 3/4 curl helps big time, because I tell you what, when you're on that wall, that stick point is right there. I don't know how many times I had the national record in my hand, but couldn't close that gap up. Because it was 184, 184 pounds. Fuck. I remember just, fucking good. And there was nothing, I was redlining it, tapped out. Oh, that sucked. If I just slide down the wall and I keep it right here. But it was all good, but that's where your stick points are gonna be. So that's why the sit down 3/4 curl is awesome, because it puts you right into that stick point. And cheating wise, obviously you'll get more standing up. You sit down, you can get a little bit of cheat, but not as much as if you're standing up, because you're throwing the hip into it and all that, and you're getting a little more through the drive. So for you guys out there that are trying to get a bigger, stronger, more, you know, heavier strict curl and stuff like that, plus what they use, you know, the bars are more hammered than an easy bar and stuff like that, but just get yourself an old-fashioned easy bar, call it a day, you know, you'll be good. Oh, all right. So we'll ditch the 10s, grab some more 25s. Oh. I don't know if you want me to for what you're doing.
I'm doing strict and slow. Just I don't want to irritate the forearm because I'm on a bench now.
Yeah, the bench press. Okay. So that's like 161. If this is the, oh, I don't know. It makes sense that this would be the 13 and that would be the 15. So it's what, 163.
Somewhere between 160 and 165.
So then if I add these into the equation, it's 163.15.
You're anywhere.
But the 3 is closer to the 5 than it is to the 0, so it's really 165. It's fucking 163. All right, so I'll grab these little guys.
Yeah, they're between that rack and this rack.
No, that's fine.
Listen,
Okay, so now I should be settling into more of the working weight. So it's all good, all good, all good. When doing a cheat curl, one of the tips that I try to give people is it's kind of absorption. It's the same as like doing overhead presses. You know, when you're trying to do a push press, you know, when the weight comes down, you kind of absorb it, then you throw it back out. Like I said, the bathtub is the easiest way of doing it. If you're remember being a kid, you probably didn't do it, but being a kid in the bathtub, say the tub was half full or whatever, you'd slide forward, you know, to where you're right here, and then you push back, and you'd feel the water go back, but then, you know, you weren't in sync with it. You'd catch the water, and then all of a sudden you'd catch it, and like the water would start flying up even higher and all that. We all did it, I think. Did you do it?
oh yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm laughing.
So that's what I mean by being that fluid. Once you get into that wave, there's fluidity in it. Yes, fluidity. Yes, lovely. but but that's the same thing. With cheek curls, it's the same thing. As you come down, you kind of absorb it, and then boom, you're back again. If you come down and then try to like, throw the weight up, pelvic thrust the weight up, it's not exactly going to work as smooth as, being fluid. I mean, if you're working against it, well, let's just say it ain't going to happen. But you want to be fluid. Same thing with like bench press. Everything is just a very fluid type motion. So, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Fight the negative. Do not drop the weight, because this is weight that, is more than what you can do on a preacher. It's more than what you can do on a strip curl. There's no way I'm going to do 170 pounds up against the wall doing strip curl. No, because my best is only, whatever, 5 more pounds than this, 10 more pounds than this, whatever, 176. So it's like, no. And, more than anything else, right there, I mean, think of deadlifters. Think of, if you've seen people on preacher curls, you get that arm fully locked out, or it comes too quick and you're trying to hold it, it's a good way to, take that blind and throw it up to the top, and next thing you know, your biceps are detached. So when you let it down, try to imagine letting it down here. So when you come in, you kind of, I'm going to over exaggerate it. Say you're curling here. When you let it down, kind of drop a little bit, so it's going to stop you. And then at that point, then you can straighten yourself out. But if you let it down, a lot of people will do this. They'll let it down and they'll go, huh, and they'll tip themselves forward. You're instantly locking that bicep out. You're hyperextending everything. So when you're going hefty and you're letting it down, and you just let it down. You bring it back into the hips. So once I'm actually up, I'm basically letting it down maybe 3/4, a little bit past halfway. So just keep that in mind when you're deciding to go hefty. Oh yeah. I gotta get a drink of my aid of power. Zero sugar aid of power. I have the power aid. And then seeing little Daisy. Remember the He-Man where it looked like popcorn all around Battle Cat? And the fucking Battle Cat came out. Sorry, I watched He-Man when I was a child.
I did too, I just don't remember it.
Oh, everything was that popcorny shit. Because they couldn't. Well, and everybody was the same size as He-Man, even Prince Adam. He comes out and he's just like, "Hi, I'm Prince Adam." And it's just like, who's this dork? And next thing you know, I'm He-Man. His balls drop. He's got that bassy voice. I have the power.
Wow.
What's that? Time to do another set? Sounds good to me. All right,
Sure.
Here we go. All right. Crack that whip. Here we go. Woo! Yeah. And that's why I'm not going any heavier than that. Holy schnit. Pop your hip in. Oh, yeah. Then after this, it'll be 3 heavies. Like I said, keeping them 3 to 5. And try to keep it up there. You know, if you can get 3-4 sets in, that's awesome. So I wanted to do a 3x5, but obviously that one I didn't. So even if I go 5-4-3, then I pick the right weight. Because if all of a sudden you're going through and like your last one, depends on how much you cheat, but you know, if your last one you're getting like 6 or 7, you should have went a little bit heavier.